Yes, 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 yes. What's going on, man? Always remember, whatever you think about comes about. Whatever you focus on grows. You pin this. Hope everybody's doing okay, man. If you didn't get a chance to catch, did a podcast with my wife talking about property management, finding deals, things like that. If you didn't had a chance to catch that, you might like it. Maybe if you're trying to get your spouse into it, um, hearing from a spouse who's not trying to be an influencer or trying to sell you anything, just doing the work every day, they might appreciate it, man. What's up, guys? One Nation. Let's take this. Hope that's okay. Probably have another of the Science of Getting Rich out today. I was working on it earlier. Market's on a move. This is lift. Started adding to it today. I mean, it's not like a major breakout because it's not above the last breakout attempt. But this is pretty common way of bottoming. You saw it over here. See it goes for the break. I mean, I almost anticipate this. I usually anticipate that one failing. I don't want to avoid it because it might run. But you see how it came back in and then it ran? Well, could be the same thing here. So maybe not. But if it goes to run, I want to get in. $9.50, pretty cheap price in my opinion, for whatever that's worth. Um, I think it's definitely worth more than 17, but we'll see. I mean, every time the company starts to get ahead, there's some problem, some issue, something knocks it down. I think Morningstar's lowered it down to what, $30 or something? I don't know what they have it at. MFG beer koozies. If you're on YouTube. Um, yeah, so we'll see what happens here. I like the setup. I've got a lot of Uber, so I haven't been adding as much to Uber. We added some. I added some the other day. It looked like it was attempting a. Hold on. We're always watching the Nasdaq on these lower time frames. It looked like Uber was attempting a breakout earlier in the week, or yesterday actually. What am I saying? Earlier in the week. That was earlier in the week, right? Kind of gave it up today. Really, it's just kind of a big sloping channel, looks like. I'm not too much into all that trend line breaks and all that kind of stuff, but it definitely is a sloping channel. So we had our stage one, we had our breakout and run. There's your three, and then now we're coming down. So if we could get up over this, as a trader, my target would be somewhere in here. As an investor, this is just a good buying opportunity. Just a good buying opportunity. Just a good opportunity. Someone says, do you ever sell covered calls on your shares? No. I do not sell covered calls on my shares. I don't want to lose my shares. I don't find calculating options to be fun. I just like trading, collecting dividends, and keeping my shares. This is Uber. No, I don't. If that's something that intellectually tingles you, you can always do that. A lot of people make it like it's some be all and bend all. It's not. It is something you can do to increase your dividends. There's people that make it sound like it's some amazing thing. It just is what it is, man. Doesn't really interest me. I'm a trader, so I like to trade. Yep, we'll see if this gets moving. Didn't really do much. I mean, I like that it's breaking above the 20. That's at least a good sign. Let's look at MPW. I added some more today. Trying to do a stage two. Wouldn't surprise me if it tries to push it, market pulls back, comes back down, and then we push on the second one. Very common. Um, so I don't know. Still got time to buy. Anything past 850, and I'm not buying. You know, anything past 850, I'm not buying. But anything under 850, in this range here, good to go. Everything there is good to go. It's not a ticket, bro. It's called a ticker. Are you fat thumbing it? There you go. Corrected himself. This is MPW, man. So I'm still a buyer of this. I've been buying a lot of yield going into the close of tax season. April 15th, I filed my taxes, so I got till April 15th to get as much money into my tax sheltered dividend accounts as I can. So usually toward the end of April, that's my big concern, is that, not so much other things. If I wasn't overly concerned with, I added to ARC yesterday. If I wasn't overly concerned with that, like I'd be adding to ARC here. I'd be adding to ARC. I'm gonna answer the Zim question one more time, and then the next person that mentions Zim to me, I'm gonna fucking block you forever. Okay? No more Zim. If you guys mention it to me, I'm gonna block you. There's a thing called ex-dividend day. On ex-dividend day, the stock opens down by the amount of the dividend. Okay? It opens down. Now, if you saw the chart then, and then they readjust the chart to take out the value of the stock. You don't notice this with Coca-Cola and other stocks because it's only 50 fucking cents. So you don't really notice the move. But because this one is 20-something% and it's $6.40 dividend, it makes it look weird. Now, this is an international stock, so they had the numbers on the dates wrong as far as ex-dividend day and pay date. They don't pay you and then ex-dividend it, okay? So at the open, yeah, we bought more. I bought more Zim at the open. And now we're popped and running. But it's not really a pop because the price was different, right? So they're going to give you probably today, maybe tomorrow. Now, when they pay dividends, it doesn't go to everyone in America at the exact fucking time, right? Just like if you mailed all your payments the same day, you paid all your bills the same fucking day, everyone doesn't get the check the exact same moment. Somebody get it on Wednesday, some get it on Thursday, some get it on Friday, and your bills start getting paid. Same with a dividend, man. It goes different if you have an IRA, if you were in a mutual fund, if you have money in a at this firm at TD Meritate, or if you have money, and then even in E-Trade, if it's in a tax sheltered account, it's going to be slower than if it's in a brokerage account, and so it takes time for this money to to appear in everyone's account. This stock has brought me more aggravation. I'm actually not going to share these anymore. Any of these really cool or out of the ordinary, unusual ones, I'm not even going to bring them up. Let's see. And a lot of you guys need to get down and figure out these dividend things, man, and understand how dividends work, what the ex-dividend day is. What's, all this stuff, okay? You can do it on Google. You can just put it in Google and it'll explain it to you. Go to YouTube, type it in, it'll explain it to you. And you got to get up quick on this, man. You can't be, especially you guys out there trading options, you don't understand a fucking dividend. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You have got to learn these basic concepts of the market, man. How these basic things work. Hold on. Whoa. Let's check in on bonds. Bonds are still doing good. You could probably still buy it here. It's still in the same range as the breakout zone. Still in the same range here as the breakout zone. Right around in here. Yeah, it's maybe a little up from there, but I don't know. I like the bond trade, so I've been steadily adding to it, and I do think at the end of the year this will be a big play. Now, the TLT is the regular bond. This is the triple leveraged bond. Understand what those are. There's a difference between an ETN and an ETF. You should know the difference between that. What's up, Brittany? You need to know the difference between an ETF and an ETN. A triple leveraged fund versus a regular fund. For the next 7 years, how the fuck do I know what's going to happen for the next 7 years, dude? Maybe they get bought out and they're not even around in 7 years. Is Intel a stage 3? Not yet, man. Still in an uptrend. See, how do you know? Well, can't have fucking blocking me. You got to wait till you have the highest high. Now, right now is the highest high. And yesterday was the highest high. And the day before was the highest high. And the day before that. And the day before that. And here and here. And, well, then here. And as we would expect, when price runs up, if you're a trader, you can pretty much anticipate it's going to stop where it stopped before. And that's kind of what it did. Pulls back, consolidates a little, and then it runs on up. Now, if you're a trader and you see that happen, this little pullback here, if you drop your time frame down, you can jump on these trends that have already started, man. Because this is a stage 2. So you can jump on these trends. That right there, if you break this down to like a 1-hour chart, this is like 20-something bars down. And then you get your sideways movement, and then you could catch it. So that's how you would like swing trade things that are already going. So let's take AI, for instance. So see this big move in AI? Everybody's dumping the stock. That's because it's a meme stock, by the way. Let's see. If we were to take this down to a 1 hour, what do you see? Bam. Stops right at the 200, right? So now we're on the 100, or 1 hour. And we could start to try to build a stage 1. Do we have a lowest low? Yeah, today. Has it ever stopped here before? Yep. So we could start constructing this trade out here. Where's previous high? Up here. But right now everything is straight down, right? MACD. So what we're going to be waiting for is this to turn, start to go the other way. This to kind of break out. We need a little curl here. So we need something to say it's a bottom, just like we got over here. Right? And just like we got over here. If you back it up, look over here. See that curl? See where the MACD starts to turn? That's what we're looking for. Now, it didn't go very far, but remember we talked about that. It'll start to do it, come back down, and then it makes its run, man. Very common pattern. And if you remember, I call that back in the box when it comes back up into the previous box. Super bullish, man. So that's the pattern I'd be looking for over here if I wanted to play AI. I would just watch it. What's up, Tim? I would just watch it. And I would just watch it, and then I would wait for that entry on a lower if I was wanting to trade this stock. And that's how you trade stocks rather than chase stocks. Are we back to this dollar bullshit again? Are you guys forever going to be sucked into this thing about the dollar ending and the end of the world? Are we all, is this forever? Is this every fucking day of my life? Am I going to have to listen to this shit about the dollar and the market? And do we have to keep doing this, man? About every 3 months, I got to go through this on Instagram. and YouTube. Do we have to keep fucking doing this? Can you guys stop watching fucking YouTubers that talk about the end of the dollar and the coming collapse of the... Just do me a fucking favor and stop, dude. Stop with this shit. You're going to be buying fucking gold, digging it in a hole in your background. It's like, can we stop with that stuff, man? At some point, can we stop with it, man? Fuck, dude. I've been listening to that shit my entire adult life. Then you'll know. Your friend will hand you a book and you go, it's the Beast from Jekyll Island. Jekyll Island. You need to read this book, man. The dollar's going to collapse. You need to read the book. Look what happened in Japan. All the people got old and they're all buying diapers. They're all buying diapers. Stop. Most of the people here and here don't have enough money. Any scenario, none of that shit matters. What you need to do is stack assets. Get out of debt. Get your shit together. You don't need to worry about where the dollar's going. It's either it's going up or down. It's coming or going. They might change it out, man. Who gives a fuck? We can exchange in Dogecoin. Who cares? We're going to get paid in something. It really drives me crazy. I've heard it my whole life, man. My whole adult life. I've listened to this death of the dollar. You should see all the books I have on this shit. Here's the UUP, by the way. This is the dollar. And if you notice, stage one, there's my breakout. Price stop, previous high, previous box right there. And we went in stage 4 decline. Now what? Probably come right down here. And if you notice, that looks a hell of a lot like the money flow pattern right there. It's a lot like that. What do you think, Ed Wilson? So that's what it looks like. That's the dollar. So it's, yeah, it's headed down. That's why the market's been going up. When this goes down, the stock market tends to go up as a general rule. When the dollar goes down, stock market goes up. So we kind of want the dollar to go down, to be honest. We don't really want a strong dollar. At least I don't. That's why I don't keep dollars. As soon as I get dollars, I roll them into either real estate or dividend stocks, because dividend stocks will grow and expand your dollars to offset inflation. Coca-Cola. Look at this pattern here. Look at this. Big ass stage 4 decline. And then we put in this bottom. This one's just been, look at this. It literally went all the way exactly where it stopped before. Crazy, huh? And came down, finally stopped, and now what? Now we're running up. So as of right now, I would say this is the highest high. And I would look to start drawing out the stage 3. It doesn't necessarily mean I get out of the stock, but I am looking for a box here. So as a trader, I'd be looking to take some off probably. But I'd keep some on in case it keeps running. That's why it's good to see the big picture. Let's see. Yeah, you're not going to get a big stage 4 decline on Coke. This last one was probably one of your bigger ones. We had a bigger one than that a while back that I got really big on, but then that came back. Anytime you get those in those, the Johnson Johnsons, the Procter and Gambles, if you can get big drops in those, man, those tend to work out. Look at this one in Procter and Gamble. Now these are all part of the same sector, the XLP, consumer staples, right? consumer staples. And look where this is stopping, man. Pretty close to where it stopped before. RSI's banging, and now you're seeing price slow down. Now you're seeing price slow down. I didn't do a lot of buying on this stage one because I don't think these stocks are undervalued. Doesn't mean you can't buy them, but for me, I like them to be under the 200 and going sideways. But that's the XLP, right? Consumer staples. Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Pepsi, and we saw the breakout right here. So when the XLP is breaking out, all the stocks inside of the XLP sector are breaking out. But I prefer to see it underneath the 200 and really coming down. This was your really a good chance to buy right back in here. And now think about it, we're just now back to where we were from that last run up. So pretty interesting. Let me see, AT&T's turning around, I'm guessing. Still trying to run. Huh. Yeah. Let's check out 3M. Turning down. Man, it's 3M is just, this is going to be like a Boeing story. It's just going to take forever and ever and ever, and you're finally going to give up on it, and then you're just going to see that thing take off. And it's going to take off. What's up, Jess? Check in on CVS. I like CVS. I don't think this runs from here. I think we pull back and you get down in here. It's why you haven't seen me buying much. I mean, we could run. I got a big position, so if it wants to run, it can run. We are back in the box, which is pretty bullish. That back in the box pattern right there, but I don't know. We'll see if the rest of the market, well, it could run if the rest of the market comes down. It's kind of detached itself. Let's check on our banking trade. Someone said Bank of America. Let's just check the whole sector for a second. First, we'll do the conservative play. So when the banking stocks started coming down, what I always like to check is what are all the different options we could do to play this game? You know, what are the different ways we could play it? We could play banks. We could do ETFs. We could find funds that own banks. There's a lot of ways you could play the banking thing, right? Charles Schwab is one that I'm looking at playing here. I am probably going to, as soon as it gets above the 5-day, I'm going to enter it. Probably take the dividend from Zim and buy some Charles Schwab. We're below the 200. That's awesome. But this is a buy signal. So you got your stage one. So just like over here. Big down move, starting to go sideways. See, it started to push, came back, and then it went for the second go around. So from push, it wouldn't surprise me to see us dip a little and then go again. JP Morgan's just not going to come down. So the layup, do you have multiple pages? I don't even know what that means. So the layup on, whenever you're seeing a crisis, find the layup. What's the layup? The big banks, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, B of A, these kind of things. He says he has a hell of one. But remember, a lot of these problems, these things, can take weeks to months. It could be months. These banking stocks could be down for fucking months. And then by the time you guys give up on them, then they're going to start running. Is that what he said? Pages. Come on, man. There's one page. It's verified. All the others, somebody pretending to be me. Don't get tricked, man. That's Bank of America. They all look basically the same. The way I'm playing it is the regional banks. KRE, which is a regional bank ETF. It's down good. I'm going to wait to add here. I want to make sure this is going to hold. It's in the box zone. So I'd rather buy it comes back up to 43. That'd make me feel like it's down in here. I don't feel like it's going to go. So giving us time, I think we have plenty of time to play this KRE. If you go, if you go to my newsletter, let's back this up a little. You should be doing this too. One, keep track of your trades. Most of you probably don't. I hope you do. They're throttling me again. Anyway, page 4, I track all my trades. You don't have to be all crazy about it. Just put what you did. My internet's moving slow because I'm on Instagram at the same time. So if you look over here, I log them every day. So 321, adding to KRE, TMF, PMW, Pfizer, right? And so every day, anytime I make a move, you'll see it. Just keeps going day after day after day after day. If you come over here to my whiteboard, click that. I hope you're logging your trades, man. Ray says, because I'm 53 and fucking rich, and all I've been doing for the last 24 years is working every fucking day. And now I'm going to die with money. So that is why, bro. I'm rich and don't need to work anymore. Now, when I was 30, that's all I did. 8 days a week. I still work every day, though. Work every day. Even when I'm partying, I'm working. I don't even go to a bar. If I go to a bar, I'm coming out with 2 or 3 followers on Instagram. I'm going to tell everybody in there what I do. Might even sell a book while I'm there. Let's see. I had a kid tell me that the other day. Don't you know that a trunk is a depreciating asset? I'm like, look, 22-year-old dipshit. I know, I wrote a book about it, but I'm old now. I wrote check for it, so don't worry about it. Charles Schwab, you should have thoughts and ideas on Sunday. So Sunday night, on the weekends, one of the things I try to do is this board here in my living room. Now, you guys can't do it in the living room because your wife ain't going to let you do it, or your husband. They're not going to let you put this in your living room. But if you were a stud like me, you could put it in the living room. And that way, when I'm watching TV, I can look at it. So I'm thinking all the time. My stage 3s. And what I'm putting here is not every stock I own. Sometimes people misunderstand what I'm doing. These are ones that I might want to take cash off of to use for other things. So let's look. Man, I was hoping we were going to run into the close, man. So look at CRM. So if I needed some cash, CRM would be an option. Look how far up it's come. So we were underwater for a very long time in this stock, you remember? And now we've run up. What's up, Anthony? So if I needed cash, I could go to that. But that's, where the fuck is it? That's what my board is about. So during the week, I'm not having to think about it. UGL, all right? So UGL had hit his target, but I'm not going to trim this one because I've already trimmed it twice. But look at UGL. Now this is why we didn't close it out. It's breaking out again. It's why we don't close the trade, man. You don't close out a stage 3. Let me say it again. Don't learn stage 3 for me and then close them out because you're not doing it the money flow way. A lot of times it does come down, but we don't know that until it confirms. That would be a confirmation. Price closed under the box of the stage 3. Took it down. Well, this time it broke out. Well, break down, break out is the same thing. It's the yin and the yang, man. Love and hate, high tide, low tide. I love them, I hate them. A lot of polarities in the world, man. If you have my new ebook in there, I talk about this. Let's pull that up. Where's it at? Oh, right here. The two selves. How to attract more wisdom, prosperity, and wealth. We talk about the yin and the yang, man. That bipolar nature inside of you feels strong and confident, and sometimes you don't. That's what we're looking at here. So a downtrend is an uptrend. A breakout is the same as a breakdown. Now gold's running. So we're still in the gold trade. I hope he didn't close it. Now let's check Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin running too? Let's see. No, Bitcoin's still there. 28,142. I'm scared on Bitcoin, Gerald. I'm scared. I don't know how to buy it. There are so many grown adults. I'm 52 years old, man. Some of you guys out there are like 30. You don't own no Bitcoin. It's fucking embarrassing. Let's see. I ask everyone when I meet them, you got any Bitcoin? Almost everyone says no. It's terrible, man. It's such an easy thing. You just click a button. You don't even have to have much. You just have like $10. But then you can begin to understand things as you have it, man. Right? You think, well, I don't know how to buy it. Yeah, you do. Just like the money flow. There's your stage 1. There's your bottom. Curvy, you got Bitcoin? Don't fucking lie either. Do you have Bitcoin or did you sell it all? Sarah, you have Bitcoin? No, Arthur ain't got no Bitcoin. All right, she does have Bitcoin. So the pattern's still the same, man. Whether it's Bitcoin or oil, whatever it is. Where's our pattern? Right here. It's all the same. Sideways, up, sideways. Could break out, could break down. We don't know. We'll see. You said a whole Bitcoin gone in Voyager. I know. Well, now you learned your lesson. You need a ledger. If you had it on a ledger, you'd have your Bitcoin. So go get a ledger. Or a cold wallet. I mean, you just put it on a cold wallet. You know, there's a ledger right there, man. You put $1 trillion on that thing. Think about that. I know. It sucks to have lost it, but then think about it, man. Something as simple as just having done that. Think how much that would have saved you. But for whatever reason, you didn't want to spend 30 minutes to do it. That's how police officers get killed. They get comfortable. That's how we all get it, man. That's how we all get it. But here's what you do. Don't let that stop you. Because if you thought a whole Bitcoin was a lot of money, you were sorely mistaken. I've spent that much at bars. So you just take the hit and you get back up and you get on it, man. Because that ain't going to be your only loss, I assure you. I bought rental properties and lost more than that. So I had a kid he was about to have a meltdown. He'd lost, I don't know, 32 grand. It's a lot of money. It's also nothing. It's a lot and it's nothing. You know, wasn't going to change your life, but it's also a lot and it's also nothing. All that's same. All that's true. Um, but Bitcoin could go to zero. I don't know. Any stock can go to zero, by the way. Um, Getting a big rally into the club. Well, that's a 1 minute chart. What time is it? So let's look at this for a second. We got a big breakout here. Now, this is a 1 minute chart, and this is a pretty ugly chart. If you look at this big sloping down channel here, I mean, even though the moving averages come into play, you've got to be able to see this with your eyes. It's like, okay, sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, sideways down, but the moves aren't big enough to trade them. Right? It looks like it's good, but it's deceiving. Tried to break, came right back down, back above the 5. There's your buy right there, by the way. And then now we're ripping. So it's very deceitful, and it can be very hard to try. Sometimes if you're back testing or looking at shit in the past, it can look easy. It can look, like that simple. So the faster you can spot this chop, the better, versus, long movements. But again, that's a 1 minute chart, and there it goes. It's flying. I hope you guys, if you're in the day trade room with me, I'm hoping you just bought this breakout. I did. I'm in it already. Stage 1, stage 3. Had our 1. Now we're breaking out. If I was trading, my target would be right around in here, right? Let me see something for a second. About to go broke, man. So in our Discord, man, we've been day trading this TQQ for fun. Let's see. This is not a stock. This is an ETN. TQQ is not a stock. It's an ETN. It's a triple leveraged electronically traded note. It's what they call derivatives, kids. Derivatives. The shit that took us down in 2000 are derivatives. Meaning it's not the real thing. It's not the actual stock. You don't own the stock. You own the price to it. You're just trading price action. I may close that out into the close right now. I got 1,500 shares, so we'll see. Here's an example of a derivative. BITO is the Bitcoin strategy ETF. It just trades the price of ETF of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's up 10%, this thing will move 10%. But it's not actually Bitcoin. It's just the price of Bitcoin, and you could buy it in your brokerage account. You could we don't do cup and handles, Steven. Where do you get all this stuff, man? Why you listen to anybody but me, man? Cup and handles. Next, you're going to be like, there's the double dip reverse chocolate ice cream cone. Don't you see it? The double scoop. Here's the double D breast pattern. Don't you see it? You see it? You call that, you see it? Maybe she's laying down. Maybe last night was a full moon, guys. So maybe we come over to the SPY when you guys are doing all this dumb shit that I see people doing. Maybe we could, maybe your golden golden crosses. You could, what'd you say, Dean? My wife, she likes that indicator. Look, maybe we could mark the full moon, and then you could be like, wow, bro, every time there's a full moon, the S&P 500 tops out. And if you subtract the lunar year of the Chinese year and divide it by the monkey and the Aquarius, and then you sell a covered call, then we could, or fucking stage 1, 3, 1, and a breakout. You could do that too. You could just simplify it. Or maybe it's the Fibonacci ratio. Well, this is a, what would that be? Like a 70 whatever on the Fibonacci ratio. We could do that. Let's see. Watching this into the close. What's all the other weird shit you guys do? What? Come on, Wealth Squad. Give me some of the weird shit you guys do. I know you got some weirdos in there. They're like, we're doing the wine cloth to chat. Like, we're doing the Elliott waves. This is a wave 5 of a move. I sound like I'm smart, but I actually have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. Let's see. Guy's been in the market 6 months. He's an options expert. How many options experts you got in there? You guys would just kick me out because I'd call everyone stupid all the time. They'd be like, kick that guy out of here. He won't stop calling us stupid. The you know, you got those guys. They've been in the market 6 months. Now they're fucking options experts. See how this goes into the close. Oh shit, I turned it off. Hold on. Woo, making some money. Come on, I know who they are. Give me their name, man. Don't give me Michael either. He's a movie star. You guys can't pick on Michael. He's a movie star, man. Where you at, Michael? He's a movie star. Where's Chris, man? You still on vacation, bro? You still trade stocks or are you on vacation? Let's see. All right, we're ripping. Is Chris off vacation? Let's see. Man, we got 3 minutes. Uh-oh. Grits and gravy. Got his shirt off, ladies. Anybody looking for a hot guy? Grits and gravy's on here. Grits and gravy with no shirt on, bro. I don't know, man. That don't do much for me, man. I'm guessing you're attracting like big girls. Dude's got his shirt off and his name is Grits and Gravy. So I'm just guessing you're going for big girls or big boys that like ripped dudes with the grits and gravy thing. You big girls or big boys if you like grits and gravy. Let's see. That's not funny, man. Stop picking on people. Let's see. We're going to ride this into the close, see what it does. So this is and look where it stopped, man. Grits and gravy, listen up, man. Get your shit together. Watch this. Let me try to help you trade, man. Trade with me, though. You're going to have to change that name, man. Let's see. You only share quality. Man, you ain't even been in the market long enough to have quality. I got computer monitors that I've been using, been in the market longer. Let's see. Look where it stopped, right at the previous high, man. Crazy, huh? All right, I'm selling half of mine right there. Let me see. Market. Did I make it? Yay. Sold half. We'll carry some over. Probably not a good idea. Yeah, that wasn't bad, huh? Whoa. Grits and gravy. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote. Grits and Gravy has sung. Into the market officially closed. This is official Prevez Merchant. He's official. Are you official, bro? Are you the official one? Are there a bunch of Perez merchants out there? Or you're must be a bunch of them if you're the official one. Um, Now this is a 1 minute, man, not 15 minutes. This was a 1 minute, and look at that. It jumped into the close. Maybe I shouldn't have sold it. Shit. Well, I sold 500 shares at 27.70, and it closed at 27.78. So I carried over some. Probably not the best idea, but lately we've been seeing these big run-ups into the close, man. It's been pretty wild. What do you think about trading options? I think you're going to lose all your fucking money because you don't know what you're doing. Hey, Grits and Gravy, contact this guy about options, Ishmael, before he loses all his money. Amazon Kindle, Nika, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, is the only one. I don't know. Sandlot? What are you babbling about, bro? None of those books are going to help you in the stock market. You know that, right? Susie Orman is not going to help you in the stock. Susie Orman doesn't even have stocks. She doesn't know shit about the stock market. Let's see. So yeah, nice run up into the close, right? There's our breakout day. Price breaking out, pushing up above the 20-day moving average. And then we see it running. But look, the RSI is not extreme, right? So if we were to back that up, let's take the time frame back just a little bit. We got a breakout there. And you can the further back we go, the more we can start to see the money flow pattern. On the shorter time frames, it's harder. On these further back you go, the pattern a lot of times becomes easier and easier to see. You know, stage 1, big 2, this 3 got a little wacky. Down it came on the 4, and I'm just doing big picture here. Then sideways, then up, then sideways, and then down. There's our sideways, and now we're breaking out and running. Here we go with the thing. Thoughts on the other countries making the dollar? I think you should stop watching fucking YouTubers. That's what I think. I think you should learn the money flow and learn all you can about stocks, and you just won't have time to think about the fucking dollar because all your money's not going to be in dollars. Your money's going to be in the fucking stock market, not in dollars. And then you'll own real estate, bonds, and stocks, and it don't fucking matter where the dollar goes. Because if the dollar goes down, stocks go up. You just trade stocks then, Gerald? No options? Because I'm looking to trade options because I want to lose all my money as fast as fucking possible. Let's see. No, I do trade some options. I just don't think you should. Because I think chances are you're still trying to figure out how to fucking keep track of a checkbook, much less run options. What car do you drive? Drive, man. I get driven. I don't drive cars. Man, I'm rich, man. Being driven, bro. You drive cars. Money flow. What kind of car do you drive? I don't even know what that means. I drive Uber. Man, I drive Uber, and I own a shit ton of the stock too. So here in New Orleans, I don't drive. Uber drives me. But I do have a car. It's valet parked though. Is that fancy enough for you? You guys park your Ferrari at the house. I valet park mine. GP, if you jump on a call, would you be down to put together a learning roadmap for me? That's what I do, man. You can book a call. I'll even talk nice to you, man. I'll whisper tickers in your ear. You can do it, Jay. But no, seriously, make sure you read my free ebook. It's not a very far read. If you made it past the 5th grade, I promise you can read it. And then that'll give us a much more intelligent conversation because some of the simple shit I'm going to cover in there. And But yeah, we could do that, man. I love doing one-on-ones actually. That's the best way to do it too. A lot of times people waste a lot of time. They could just do a one-on-one, save themselves a lot of problems, man. I do them all the time. Do them almost every day, man. We talk about all different kinds of things. Just hit my bio link and we can do it. Um, let's remove this guy. But yeah, don't get caught up in all this the dollar stuff. Dollar may go down, dollar may go up. It doesn't matter. There's not really a trade there. Your trade is to get your money out of dollars and get it into stocks. This is not a stock. This is the TQQ, triple leverage Nasdaq play. It's a derivative of the Nasdaq. I think we saw. Let's check in on the daily for get a better perspective. Yeah, we could be topping out here. I usually don't call it top until the RSI goes extreme. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to keep going if the RSI hasn't hit extreme. You know, do we? I don't know. We do have a top starting. So anchor point or pivot or a apex point, anchor point, apex point, anchor point, and now we can start drawing out the pattern, right? Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways, up, up, and now what? Sideways. And so if we're watching the pattern, where are we at? That's that right there, right? So as an investor, and we'll end with this. Let's say I'm an investor. I always tell people in my free ebook, start with the dogs of the Dow. Because there's a reason for that, man. There's a reason for you to start with the dogs of the Dow. One is you're not going to blow out. Now look at this right here if you're looking at it. You're never going to blow out, I promise you, if you do dogs of the Dow. If you do options, you will lose all your fucking money. I promise you. It's just a matter of time. Let's see. Everyone teaching you them, probably not been in the market that long. Maybe they have. There's always exceptions. Most of the guys I know that are really good at options are pretty rich and have no interest in talking to you. There's our sideways, stage 2 breakout, sideways, stage 4 decline, sideways. So that's Dow component, pays a 6%, 6.5% dividend yield. So as I watch the dogs of the Dow, I want to own these stocks. And as I watch them, I just want to buy stage 1s, man. It makes my life so simple. So I'm just looking for stage 1s to accumulate shares. That's it. So in this scenario, it's like I want to buy some here. I want to buy some here. And I just want to keep going. Just buying stage 1s. That's it, man. And then I let them run. And, if your position gets large, maybe you trim some on the stage 3. Maybe not. Maybe not. Depends. Then you're getting into portfolio management and position sizes and having, you want to own a little piece of the entire market. So it means you want to have, probably all 11 sectors of the S&P to include. Then you might want to add some REITs and other things like that, man, and maybe some speculation plays, add some growth, things like that. That's how you start to build out your portfolio, man. Be careful, like if you're watching someone like myself or someone else who's been doing it a long time, you're going to be like, wow, I can't buy houses and stocks. It's like, yeah, no shit. That's why, when I was trying to get out of debt, that's all I did, got out of debt. And then when I started buying properties, that's all I did. I bought properties. And then as I got a couple properties and I had some cash flow from that, I pushed the cash flow into dividend stocks, which was the dogs of the Dow. And I just began to one layer on top of another expand out from that. And then I go read on it, man. I go read on it. And, you want to read on what is it? What does ex-dividend day mean? What does that mean? What does dividend pay date mean? What does that mean? And learn these things. That's what the dogs of the Dow are going to do. They're going to teach you so much. Then you're going to start following them in the news through news.google, maybe on Yahoo, whatever. And you're not, and you want to scan, you're going to scan articles that talk about your stock, but not to get someone else's opinion. I don't give a fuck what somebody else's opinion is. I own the stock, man. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for confirmation bias. I'm not doing that. Now, I might go look around and see what other analysts are saying about it, but high GP, it is a good idea to, if you know how to trade, it is. If you don't know how to trade, it's probably a bad idea. So yeah, if you know how to trade, practice it, do a paper trading. Do some paper trading. I would highly advise you to go get a Slayer shirt like I have. I don't know if you guys can see my Slayer shirt on YouTube. It's kind of hard to be cool if you don't have at least one Slayer shirt. Just saying. So I don't know how you would trade the TQ and not have a Slayer shirt. Absolutely. Slayer equals increased profits. Plus, it's just cool, man. It's just a cool shirt. Yeah, it's about it. So this pattern is, what I'm looking for. And so if I'm watching, let's check our oil thing. Some of you don't even have a Slayer shirt. That's weird. Metallica's all right, but it's not a Slayer shirt. Right? So here's our oil trade. A little bit of a pullback today, which just made sense. It had that big gap up. Probably come back and fill it. But we got our RSI, which gave us our anchor point, right? Notice the MACD started to turn. So everything started to line up. And we got that turn. Same over here. I got my anchor point, lowest low, and you say, how do you know? Well, the next day went higher. And the MACD turned. And when that happened, you start to see that curl right there, right? And then I'm waiting for that break above the 5. As soon as I get the break above the 5, I buy. Start buying. I need to have my whole position by the time it's breaking the 20-day. I don't want to buy it up any further. It's a totally different technique to get into one that's already broke. We could get into that. And this gave you plenty of time. So if you look over here, this is a good lesson. I'm going to give you this for free. Listen up, Adam. You've been fucking around way too long. Listen. On that pullback right there, that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. That's 3-day pullback right there. See it? If you drop that time frame down, now on the daily, it's in an uptrend. So if I drop that time, well, look over here. Big pop up, and now what? It's pulling back a little. Well, if I drop this time frame down, I might catch this trend. So let's drop it down a little. This is how you get into, let's go to an hourly. So we should have 6 down bars. Right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it came up a little. So what you're seeing there is that daily bar. The open, the high, the low, the close. Let's back it up even further. Take it to a 15. Now look at this. What do you see? Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways, right? You see it? Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways. You see it? That's that. So we can see it. It's fractal, right? We can see it on the lower time frame. So as soon as I start seeing it, now what? Try to catch the breakout. Could be today. Probably would have been. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But that's how you catch a trend that's already run on you. Is just wait for the slightest little pullback and then try to catch it, you know. You do that in AI. You see AI pulling back. Well, it's probably likely to go higher tomorrow. But look where it stopped too, right where we thought. If I was a very short-term trader, where if I get in here and then I'm buying the breakout, where's my first target? Previous high. So I trimmed some at $64. My plan next time is to trim some around $68. If it keeps going, I plan to trim a little bit at $72. At some point, it's going to stop. It's going to, like we saw here, go sideways. It's going to go up, and then it'll start to go sideways again. Everybody click the like button on YouTube. I appreciate that. Listen up, Coach Cotton. Better get your shit together when it comes to the stock market. Out there coaching kids and shit and got your stocks all fucked up. Let's see. Yeah, so oil looks good there. We'll see tomorrow. I would like to see it come down a little bit more and then turn and go wide. Are you live on YouTube as well? Yes, sir. Juan, would you like me to personally notify you next time? Let me call you at work. Hey, babe, can you call Juan next time I go live? Let him know. Let's see. How do you get the file info? We don't even know what you're talking about, sir. Mr. No Picture. Let's see. Can you guys let Juan next time? No. He said, I personally wouldn't mind. Yes, please do notify me. Well, maybe if you were in, the PDF I had this year, man, you just go to thepetersreport.com, man. If you go to my link, you can get to it right here, petersreport.com. Click it. It's fucking amazing. There's this neat thing, man. What is this guy's name? It's Foho. It's Foho. Let me let you in on how Instagram works. Most people that are doing shit, if you go to their bio and click it, they usually have a link to shit. Just letting you in on that. I don't know if you know that. It works. That's it. Look out, you're fast. That's it, man. We did well. We had profits going day trading there today, and the market took it back. We have 4 winning days in a row, so having a loser. F you, sir. F you. Don't talk to me like that. I was just stating the obvious. Sometimes people don't know. You can just go to Google and type in your question and get your answer. So I thought maybe you were one of those people. So I was just letting you know, if you're on Instagram, if you click someone's thing, it'll take you to it, and then you can click the button, sir. Trying to help you in the future, so you never had to ask those kind of questions again. He's like, this is no way in a train to sell a book. Don't really give a shit if you buy it, to be honest. Let's see. Yes, Dad. Now, if you're going to... Dad. I prefer Uncle Daddy, if we were going to just go with that, bro. ETH to the moon. ETH is not coming to the moon. Thank you, Father. Just trying to help you, sir. Fifth prostate? Or is that postulate? Man, come on, man. That's a weird name, bro. Fifth postulate? I don't even know where we're going with that. What's up, man? I'm just playing. Don't start crying. ETH won't moon anytime soon. Yeah, we saved that name for Warren Buffett. I know, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'll post my trades that we did today, sometime today, inside Discord. We ended on a good note. Trade the one minute. We'll see if the rally continues tomorrow, and go from there, man. I hope you did well. Hope you got some bites. I bought on a little ARC today. I bought a little MPW. Might have added to. I think I may have added to. Oh, we bought some Lyft, and I might have added to. I don't think I added to Uber. Yesterday, it's I've been trying to add to a lot of the high yield stuff because I'm coming up to that makes sense. I got you, bro. I was just playing. I thought maybe it was your. I got you. That's good marketing, though, man. The only person that's going to understand that is a person who's into math. That kind of narrows down your audience. I like that. I like that a lot. That's actually good marketing, is to make your message only understandable by the actual people you're looking for. It's a marketing technique, actually, is to use words that the only people that would understand those words are people who would buy your product. And then you don't have a bunch of dumb shit and a bunch of people contacting you who probably can't buy your product. Um, that's it, man. I'm just reading some comments. When price arrive at stage three, you take your profit, but can still have another stage three, right? Yeah, yeah. It could break out. We'll answer Ishmael's question. Was it Ishmael? Since I picked on him earlier, sir. I was just teasing. Let's see. Here's an example. Stage one. And I was just kidding, man. If your mom still pays your cell phone bill, that doesn't make you less of a man. Just because you're married and she pays your cell phone bill, that doesn't mean that's just a cool thing your mom's doing for you. Let's see. You probably should hold off on voting, though, just between me and you. If you're grown, someone else pays your cell phone bill, probably don't vote. Just leave that to the functioning adults that pay their own bills. Um, there you go. That stage three turned into a stage one, and now we're breaking out and running. So, but yeah, we took some off when it hit the previous high. And then the RSI went extreme. Andre Johnson. Are you at the pool, sir? We see you with your shirt off. Have to compete with grits and gravy, though. Jane says she loved the reels. Yeah, I like doing those too, man. Putting them to music. Those the houses in New Orleans are I think are cool. They're very colorful. I'm sure there's other places that have cool houses. Um, a lot of those houses are really old. I mean, especially the mansion. Some of them are just really old. My house is 200 years old. So there's a lot of them that are really old. There's not many houses that are, even in New York City. New York City thinks they're old. Most everything you guys have in New York City is like 100 years old. There's very few properties that are 200 years old. That's a building. Most of those were torn down and built over, which makes sense because they had to grow the damn city. New Orleans is not like that. A lot of these, I mean, obviously, we got a storm periodically. It takes care of that for us, and then we build new ones. But if your building stays up, they just leave it up. It's pretty cool. I save a lot of those to my timeline. You can go back and watch them. I have a whole bunch of them on there. If you're just into looking at old houses, I think it goes for like 6 or 7 minutes with different music of just at nighttime, daytime, anytime I'm driving in the city. And if you notice, I'm not driving. I'm usually riding, so I'm filming it. Um, I think they're cool. I love them. I like doing it. What is this dude? This has got to be a bot, right, guys? Dow 33,292, Amazon Kindle, Nikkei. Like, bro, why do you keep telling us to buy Susie Orman's book? It is a horrible idea. Her book is terrible. Yep. All right, man. You guys be good. Let me know if I can help you. Just a tip to yourself, Gerald. You might get more badges if you didn't pick on people. All right, you two. Appreciate you guys, man. What is today? Tuesday. So hopefully we open and we head up. But I got a feeling we're going to head down. But I should have closed out that whole thing. Hope you had a good day trading. Kind of a mixed market right now. A lot of the indexes have run high. The RSIs aren't extreme. They're in the 60 range, 67. So maybe we can, have a couple down days, couple up days, and we can work that RSI off and then, bam, keep going higher. It doesn't help. We got Jamie Dimon out there back on we're going into recession shit again. So I guess he's just going to keep doing that until it happens. 3 years from now, he'll be telling us about the great, and one day he'll be right, man. One day he'll get it right.